Hello and welcome back to McGregor, Iowa. I am Lord Aelric, your host from Aelric Gaming. We are back and doing some more farming. We are in the process of collecting the grass from this so we can get silage going. We ran out of silage to process. We have some hay in storage. We'll probably convert that field to hay, and maybe the big field or the new field that we just purchased. I did manage to get that all set up and ready to go, but we need to get this picked up as much as possible. So it's going to take a little bit of work here, but it won't be terrible. It looks like that field is just about done, and we'll be able to get things going over there. And we'll be able to take that tractor down to field 46. And we hit the auto save function. We do have a contract going. We got one of our nephews in town for a day. He's running a field 48, which we just harvested, plowing that under for the farmer. So we should get the money from that before too terribly long. We'll pay him, of course, for his time. He just needed it between sessions in college. So we are in November at this point. Our field is doing really, really well. I'm planning to cut field 46. I seeded that with grass and fertilized it, everything, limed it and everything. There are rocks on it, but planning to use that as grass. It's not a huge field, but it should give us a pretty good rate of return on hay and grass. The reason I'm going to mow it a little sooner than I would normally is I want all three of these fields running simultaneous so that we can get the max or get everything we need from these on a regular basis. The first week in November, it's not likely until spring that we're going to get a follow-up on this. So we're just getting what we can, and I'm missing a bunch that we'll have to eventually come back and pick up, I think, which won't be terribly difficult. But there's a bit of a hill here, and we are getting on the heavy side already. Oh. As you can see, we are at 43% of our capacity already. And to be fair, that's one load already hauled and deposited. So we're filling up nice and quick. And it looks like our mower got stuck, so we'll have to go and take a look at that once we get... Because we cannot just have a helper come in and help us with this because of these rows are a little off or different. They're, whoops, I cannot drive to save me today. So here is, there we go. Let's go and see about fixing this. Honestly, I think we're gonna just have to finish mowing that. How did it get stuck? I see. One of these days we're gonna have to figure out a better way to do this field, because this is horrible. Can we just get it going back over here? It'll probably get stuck at least once more, but let's head back over here. We'll get this started again. Alright, let's go. So, we have more cows. We had, I think we've got 14 more cows than we had last time we met. So, the cattle are coming along well. The milk is coming along well. We're making a little bit of money each month. Even with the expenses that we've got. I see that one finished doing that field. I think it will be easier for me to do the other, or the field across the road. It is a bad field to try to row together like that, but I want to put probably the baler on there to... Well, actually, we probably need to windrow that if we're going to do that as hay. We're going to see how much grass we get out of this field first. It should be enough to keep us in silage for a good long time, but... So, as I mentioned, we had an update that caused the loss of all of the bales we had in the system, so we had to correct that issue, which took a little bit of time. It wasn't terrible. Alright. Normally I would go to the right 2 rows, but almost full here, so I'm going to grab part of this first row. And he's stuck again. Lovely. Trying to get things picked up here quickly. But we will do a little bit of work when it's time to head over and start the field 46 for mowing. I will bring you back and we will get that set up. So I will see you all momentarily. Hey guys, we ended up finishing the mowing of that second field but ourselves. This is the field that our nephew is currently plowing for us. It's a pretty good sized field and it's going to take him some time. But as you can see, the field there, field 46, does have some grass. It's not going to be super high yielding at this point, but we're going to go ahead and mow it just to get things kind of all on the same schedule. We could do them a week, one every week, which we might do in the future. That way we're not doing them all at once. We can kind of spread it out, but when we get busy, it gets really tough to keep things coordinated. The field here, let me pull this up, does say it is ready to harvest. It is not going to be as good as it could be, but let's go ahead and set up a course on this. 3 would be good, and we'll get our son to come out and get this going and keep mowing this while we go back to the farm and work on some other projects, like getting the silage picked up and then starting to bale the other, or we're gonna have to windrow, which we need this tractor for, or not windrow, but tedder anyway. Oops, that is not gonna work. Let's try it there. There we go. All right, let's see how we do here. We've got some. It's not a ton, but the bales of hay should be sufficient for us. We're going to have an awful lot of grass. We probably won't need to do grass for quite some time now. But let's head and jog on down. There are still some soybean straw bales there that we can pick up and haul. We haven't finished that particular project yet. We don't have a ton of them there, so it's not a huge deal. Our tractor should be headed back down here already, dropping off the silage that we had, or the grass we picked up for silage. Let's hope he's here, because it's a long run back to get the tractor. Yep, here he is. All right, so let's go ahead and cancel that worker for now. Let's get another load of this stuff all picked up, and we will go ahead and get that taken care of. Probably will run back or jump back to the other field 46 there and just watch that for a while as well. Be kind of cool to see the stuff we're doing there. I do see we are out of silage additives on this at this point. I'm not terribly worried about that. It does add a boost to what we see or what we collect. And on a field this size, it will make a little difference, but we're not hurting to collect stuff, so it's not that big a deal right now. Now, we could pick up the hay with this, but it would just be easier to store it in the silo, or in the storage shed there as a bale, so we'll end up doing that, which means we'll have to connect that thing up with the baler, the 8M or 6M series, and that will be when we start over there. That field won't take long, and once we get done there, we should be able to head over there, but we still need another little tractor, or another tractor in general, to run the tedder to turn the grass to dry it as hay. So yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, let's try and pick up as much of this as we can. That autosave, while handy, can definitely cause my steering and driving ability, which is not good to begin with, to go a little wonky. So alright, we are going to finish up this field here very quickly. I think we've got one more pass, then we can go and get the tedder set up. I did not lower that, so let's just fix that. It's not the best way to use this tool, fortunately, but it worked. So this field does not take long to mow. We're not going to get a ton, like I said. from this, but at least we have it in, and it looks nice. It'll look even nicer once we clear it off. But the church is happy with this field. We do need to pick up the rocks, but I was kind of waiting until to lease another rock picker for a short period of time. This field just isn't worth doing that on. There's just not much to it. So when we need to pick another field, we'll bring it over here and we'll use it here as well. So on that note, we are done mowing this field. Let's head this back, pick up the tedder, and we'll start working on that other field, and then we'll hook up the baler. Actually, one thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to see how we're doing grass-wise. I think we still have some grass to pick up on the first field, but we can get the tedder going and have the my son do that while we're tinkering here. Hey folks, welcome back. We are finishing off the tedding of this field. We're going to go ahead and start the baler, the 6M, and get that going on the field, and we'll finish the baling, and we should be good. We already put 8 bales into the shed from the other field. Looks like we've got one in a partial here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Maybe. I think I might wait till that tractor is finished, but we can get this lined up and ready to go. So we can go ahead and let's see. Fold that, do that. So this is now ready, and we'll be able to pick up the bales. We do have to clean up the last bales on that field. The contract's coming along nicely. Looks like 2 more, one back and one down, and that tractor will be done. Moving right on. Getting things put into storage and ready to go, and it's quite nice. We will have feed for the winter for the cattle. We're gonna end up having to empty out everything for TMR and start producing that again soon. I just wish there was a way to remove some of this silage and grass that we had in there, but I want to get the effectiveness back up. So see, we have 120, 30, 138 cattle right now. So we can have 250 in there, so probably a couple more birthings, and then we're going to start probably selling them so that we can continue to have newborns coming in. Just take care of things that way. Looks like that is finishing up. So this is looking good. Let's take a look at what precision farming is saying for these fields. So this one and this one. This field I'm going to delete. We don't need that anymore. So lime is a little low here, but I think we'll be fine. Nitrogen, yeah, nitrogen we need to fertilize both of the fields using the not silage, slurry that we've got. And we may want to get a bigger tanker. This takes like 4 loads of that one or of our current one to do this field, which ended up being bigger than I expected. Alright, so this tractor is about finished with this job, which is fantastic. Finish this up, we'll get this off the field, we'll start the other tractor, and we'll go park this. Or we'll send it to go park. We can actually send it to... Let's send this one to the straw shed. Nope. Why did it stop when I did that? That's different. Alright. So got a little grass still mixed in there. We'll hit that real quick. Just to make sure we don't accidentally start a bale of grass and be stuck with it forever. That's frustrating. Alright. Okay. This field is hay. So we're going to go and send this on its way home. We're going to go ahead and get started on the baling. This should get us through the winter without too much difficulty. Should be good. Alright, let's pull up here on the road. Send that on home. Alright. And we'll get that one going. And we're gonna, given that the headlands cause problems if we don't pick them up, we're gonna go ahead and start picking up some bales too. Alright. Yeah, these corners, I don't like that we miss all of that, but we can probably clean that up after the fact if we need it. We do have to kind of keep an eye towards the end of the field to make sure that we don't end up with hay stuck in the baler. And now we can just pick up all the bales that thing drops. Easy enough. So while that's going, let's take a look and see. Let's see if there's any new contracts and turn the details on. So we're working on this one. get done just fine. I'm looking for anything that makes a decent amount of money. 24. Because I'm thinking using leased equipment. Ooh, if we had diesel exhaust fluid, make some money. Looks like there's some weeding that could be done. Wow. So if you lease the equipment, you're spending 12 grand and you're making 17. That is not very good return on investment, to be honest with you. So, all right, we're gonna run up and jump in this tractor just because we can then see what's going on. I'm gonna turn that to just that. And that bale got picked up just nice. Okay. And we will be back shortly. Okay, we have finished that field. We will see how many bales we got here in a moment. But I have picked up all the soybean straw, and we will be taking that to Patterson's Grain and Export because that's the best price. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's see. We're gonna. Nope. We're going to set this to be in the hay shed because we wanted to go back there. This is going to be Patterson's Grain and Export. We'll have to keep track of that. Yeah, and we've got the soybean straw. So that's going to head there. All right, it's going to take a little bit to get there. So we're going to actually go and check and see how we did bale-wise. Let's see. Turn that on. 21 bales, so 22 bales because I forgot to reset it earlier. So not a terrible bit of bales from those two fields. Although I think we'll get more. Yeah, I didn't even finish the one field because I didn't want in case I get a chance to do straw, I didn't want the baler to be unavailable because I can't really afford another one. They're expensive. So we'll get this cleaned up. Our contract is coming along nicely. My nephew's doing a fantastic job of running that. All right, let's take a look at this quick. All right, so this has got 50,000 liters of total mixed ratio in it. Silage needs to be filled up, otherwise we're good there. Grass, we're producing that. We're going to have another 140,000, so that will last us quite a while. Contracts, there was nothing worth grabbing at that point, so we're going to probably end the episode as soon as we sell those bales at Patterson. This is not Patterson, dude. All right. Stop. There we go. If I forget to do something, it makes a difference. All right, so as we get closer to Patterson, we will take a look and see where I keep forgetting there's two drops at Patterson's, and I keep forgetting which one to use, P or G. So But things are coming along pretty well. Our farm is growing. We've added the field. We've got money in the bank. We can always keep an eye on when things go up. We could, I don't think this is a bigger tank, but that's something we have to keep in consideration. Slurry tanks. We could look at, the really big stuff that, covers more ground too. That would be nice, but that's expensive. This holds 15.5 tons. The question becomes, how big is our existing tank? And we'll have to check that and determine if it makes sense to buy that bigger tank or that other tank. If that's the case, we'll empty out what we've got and we'll replace it with a better one. So we're making progress. The farm's growing. Hopefully before too terribly long, we're able to expand to another field. Yeah, I think we're going to drop this CP1 and just keep the grass and 46 for grass and wheat. Expense-wise, this is over $1 million. This is 888. This one is likely our next field, unless we can get something really cheap. Maybe something on auction. But it would be nice to have all of these fields at least. We could look at 31. That would be a quick, easy one to get. We could buy Circle Farm at some point. We'll see. But honestly, I think we want to aim for field 40. That would give us another good-sized field for growing crops. And if we start doing that, we should be able to get into pigs. Because that would be yet another way for us to diversify the farm. But right now, we are a strictly dairy farm. All right, we will catch up when we get down to Patterson's. Okay, folks, we are just about to turn around and we'll be dropping off, theoretically, our straw for sale here, and we will be good. Farm is cleaned up and ready to go. We can go fishing. We worked so hard this morning. Have to do some fishing today. Make sure everything works here. It should. Yep. Yeah, everything's selling. That's good. It's not going to make us a ton of money, but a couple grand. Well, it's more than I thought. Almost $6 grand for that. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, folks. So I think we're going to wrap the episode here. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your time. If you liked this content, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to be notified about future videos on this or other content that I do, please hit that bell. I'm Lord Elric. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.